we want to go there. I went the complete opposite direction.
I have such a hard time understanding what direction I need to go. Like, I have no sense of direction with games. Like, I'll look at the map and be like, okay, go down.
This is a first for me.
So then I go down and I look at the map and I'm like completely far off to the...
Welcome back to some more of VIII Lacrimosa of Donna. Alright, we're going to clear up the path and uncover new secrets. Whoop! Surprise attack!
Sneak attack! Let's go.
Wolf comes in. Sneak attack, I got you now. Ooh! I didn't anticipate the flash guard.
Okay, I'm gonna start on it.
I love that even Little Pero is helping. Like, Little Pero is considered one of the people.
Yeah, everyone's helping around and you just see Little Pero like, Pebble?
Yeah, with his little beak.
Pebble? Another piece of rubble?
I figure he would be more like the supervisor, like, you're doing great, everyone!
Team effort here, okay, team effort.
Oh my god.
Pero is doing the Walmart cheer that the bosses do before. I don't know if it's before shift. I never worked at Walmart, but I see recordings just like, all right, everybody, let's get it together.
Yep.
And I'm just like, haha, fuck
and
you.
all the employees hate it.
Of course they do. Anyone with a brain in their skull would be like, well, this isn't demeaning in the slightest.
I pictured Little Pero being the Richard Simmons. You're doing it!
Open, close, great job. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I don't think I'll ever forget.
Hey, guess what? This is a recording that I did after I was streaming Trials of Mana. I'm just like, oh, fuck, what are the buttons?
Yup. I don't think I'll ever forget doing Richard Simmons' Sweatin' to the Oldies on VHS with my mom in the living room.
Was that the end of the story? Yeah. You have a tendency to just
just stop.
Drop stories.
I have a tone issue.
Without punctuation or conclusive thoughts.
Well, that is a complete thought. It's the tone that is the issue.
Yeah.
So I'm still going hard, but it's the end of the sentence. My tone doesn't dictate the end of the sentence.
I got you.
And I have to think about it to do it.
You know who else was like that? My dad. He'd be like, hey, one of these days. And then my coworker would be like, guess that's the end of the story.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why. Like, I don't think
I don't know why you're my dad either.
Well,
no, your siblings aren't like my parents.
It's
your brother's more like Shumac.
He looks like Shumac to me.
Okay.
I don't think he behaves like Shumac.
Not really.
I feel like he behaves more of like Chuck meets Phil.
Chuck meets Phil. Interesting. I see the Chuck. I don't see the Phil. Don't worry. Phil doesn't watch this series, so have at it. Or not. Or don't.
Well, I just mean in like the jokey, goofy type of like conversation.
Mm-hmm. No, I could see that. Okay, so anyways. I'm just like, yeah, this conversation's going nowhere. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's talking about...
I mean, I don't really know what...
people's private lives and stuff like that.
I wouldn't even say, like, their private lives or anything like that. It's just, like,
gossip.
That's the personality of my brother is if you mashed two of our friends together.
Two of our friends together.
It would create my brother. But yeah, he doesn't just randomly, like, forcefully stop a sentence. Neither does my sister.
So that's an exclusive Mando
feature. That is an exclusive me thing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, believe it or not, before I went deaf, I used to be quiet.
You would say that sometimes.
Yeah.
You still get too quiet for my taste during these recordings. I'm just like,
No, because there are some times where I'm talking too much. And then you you just stop listening. And you're just like, so how about that game?
How about that cutscene?
I'm like
where the story's happening.
mid-story.
And you're talking over them. I do it too. Sometimes big plot will happen and you'll be like, you know what? This is a great time to talk about past trauma. And I'm just like, oh yeah? This time? Not while I'm mindlessly grinding through mooks? I'm mindlessly grinding through mooks. You're just like, yep.
Listen, when the feeling hits, the feeling hits. I have no control over that.
It's just such bizarre timing. I both love it and hate it because I'm just mindlessly grinding and I'm just like, I don't got nothing. You got anything, sweetie? And you're just like, no. I'm like, fair enough.
And then I'm like, when I was 7 years old.
A big part of a scene, and it's just like, oh boy, here comes the part where Dagran's revealed to be the bad guy.
And I'm like, let me talk about my dad.
I was at NAMM back in 72. You know who Dagran reminds me of? My father. My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night he goes off crazier than usual.
Right,
Mommy
Joker.
grabs the kitchen knife. What's a kitchen knife?
A kitchen knife.
A kitchen knife.
I think my favorite Joker theory about how he got the scars, and it shows the popsicle that's in like the plastic, and you have to push the popsicle part up through the plastic.
Ah!
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. I
don't
didn't even know that
how
was
I got
a theory.
these scars, and it just shows the popsicles.
Nah, I like the theory that he's bullshitting the entire time. Like, every story, like, not a single story's true. He's just like,
Well, that's
I
the
just
point.
feel like it.
Yeah. Because he tells a different story every time.
To be fair, he only tells 2 different stories. The third time he goes, by the way, you want to know how I got these scars? And Batman goes, no. I know how you got these.
Come on, little fishy. So hot, it's like I'm up to my neck in water. Let's
Rakoto
go.
would just be underwater.
Look at his face.
Yeah, look at that side eye. It's just like, really, Falcom? Really? You do this to me? Ah, jeez. At the time of this recording, we saw an interview of some of the voice actors.
Yeah.
We saw an interview from, I believe it was Brianna Knickerbocker, who does the voice of Donna.
Yes.
And, oh shit.
I don't remember
The voice
his
of
name.
Hummel.
Yeah.
It's like Steve or Scott. Starts with an S. Oh, I know this name too. Bummer. But yeah, he was the voice of Hummel.
Yes. It was interesting. It was,
I liked how enthusiastic but also like familiar they were.
Yeah.
Nothing sadder than when you see like someone at an interview be asked and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Like that tore my heart out when they were just like, Ron Perlman, what was it like voicing the Lich? And he's like, the what?
yeah. He was like, oh yeah, I guess that did happen.
He's like, yeah, that did happen. I don't remember anything. And I was just like, wah, wah.
Well, I think too, it's also like the Lich was such a big part of Adventure Time, but he didn't really have all that many lines.
No, he didn't.
Like as the Lich, so he was probably in the recording studio for like a day.
That's what he said. He said I was only there for like a couple days, and then they brought me back, and like I'm sure it was great, but
yeah,
I honestly don't remember.
And I feel like he's also old enough that it's like he didn't watch Adventure Time, you know?
There's a lot of actors that don't watch their own stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, it makes sense when you're in so much.
But I mean, even like Johnny Depp doesn't watch his own movies.
Yep, he's mentioned that.
Like, I could totally understand, because then you start, like, how can you enjoy the movie when you know it's you?
Mm-hmm. But that also makes me sad. Johnny Depp's never seen the Pirates movies.
Yeah.
They're so good. Don't watch it for you, watch it for Jeffrey Rush.
I know.
I mean, that's what I watched it for before I became a Johnny Depp fan. I was like, I don't really get Jack Sparrow's character. I'm a kid. But I like Jeffrey Rush. When I think of a pirate, I think Jeffrey Rush.
I always thought Captain Jack Sparrow was funny. It wasn't until I was older that I, like, understood some of his, like, weird things. Mm-hmm. But, like, I always enjoyed him.
I enjoyed him starting with the second movie. With the first movie, I just didn't get it. Oh my. Luna
was
just
coming
came
in hot.
like, well, look at her tail, and then look at her
Oh my god,
hindquarters.
Luna. What's wrong, baby? She is pissed.
Uh-oh. You want to go check? Or?
Yeah, I'll go check on her.
All right.
I'll be right back, puppers. I'm gonna see why my cat turned into a long hair.
If it's something serious, we'll just stop the recording and resume later. Because right now I'm smashing things with a hammer. I hope she's okay. Come, come! now I just picture my cat being like Yoda. Come, come! Ah, that's where I want to go.
Here goes. Right there.
Oop, oop.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of all kind, because we have the best guard dog in the entire world, the cat was alerting us that there was an unfamiliar car outside. I'm not because she immediately right down to the front door.
Really?
All puffed up.
We got a guard cat.
And I'm just like, what baby girl? Because the neighbors are coming in.
Okay.
But they use, like, Uber or Jitneys.
Yeah.
So, it's not always the same car.
What a good kitty.
She did, yeah. My first thought was like, fuck, something happened to Wesker.
Oh, no. You know what happened to Wesker? Didn't do jack shit of alerting us what's happening outside.
He's past the F out. He's not even...
He's just like, they'll be fine.
He could probably hear us screaming, being murdered.
He was always a relatively
And he would just be like,
lousy alert dog.
can you fill the water
The
bowl
husky
before
was
you leave?
excellent.
Yeah.
And the Labrador, the black Labrador was the one where it's just like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't attack, please. Don't lunge.
See, for us, it was our rat terrier.
That was your alarm?
He was the one that, like, you didn't try to come in the house without one of us being there.
Okay.
Because Benji would bite you.
Ooh. Okay.
He has. But our pit bulls, I could come in.
Come to congratulate yourself.
Good kitty. See, I told you everything's okay. She purrs directly into the mic.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for letting me know someone was at the door. It wasn't our door.
But it was a door nonetheless.
Our pit bulls, I would come home from work. I would set my bags down.
Yep.
I would go into the kitchen, turn on the tea kettle. I would make myself a cup of tea. I would go upstairs. At the time, I was still, like, on the third floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put on some music or something. They would sleep through the entire process. And I'm like, what great guard dogs.
Never had something that bad.
Yeah. But my little terrier that I had when I was a kid, he was a guard dog.
Like Wesker's, when he was young, he would pace, much like he does now, but also when like, hey, someone's here, someone's here. The husky would be the alarm. And
as always.
The Labrador would be the teeth.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I remember my brother was playing with one of his friends from the neighborhood, and then his friend went home for lunch and then came back.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, he just walked into the house. He didn't, like, knock or let us know. And Benji bit him.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom was like, your dog bit my son. And my mom was like, your kid just walked into my house.
Yeah.
Like, you still have to knock. You know, we do have dogs.
Well, that happened, and again, this is just a story I heard. I wasn't born at the time. My dad had a dog that was like a former, I believe, police dog. And like, it would nip at his brother and nip at his mom and stuff like that. But one day, I think his name was Samson, this kid came unannounced, and he grabbed that kid by the face and drug him around the house, and eventually they had to put the dog down.
Well, yeah.
Because
That,
like, it was just
I mean, that's an attack.
bad.
That's not guarding. That's an
Yeah.
attack. Because I know, like, Benji, he didn't, like, bite and shake or anything. He, like, bit, let go, and then barked until the kid left.
I got you. That was more or less the Labrador growing
Yeah.
up. And then if you turned your back on her, she'd go in for a little sneaky nip. Or like, coward.
I mean, I've had dogs that definitely, like, quite literally bite at your ankles. Wesker does that.
Yeah, Wesker
He
does
used
do
to
that.
do that.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen him do it in a while.
Who we got here? Another essence.
Ooh, is this gonna be your yellow costume?
No.
Oh. Wesker! God damn it.
Buddy.
He's like, I'm trying to lay down, but it's dark.
Genya, spirit of life. Oh, okay.
This is Lindell.
Lindell. Genya's my friend.
Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing.
Nah, we cool. Here we go. Possess the power of Lindell, Spirit of Whispers. Increase strength. And... do I get a new skill? I know I don't get a new form yet.
I know that one is last.
Okay.
It's my favorite of the forms.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's fast.
I mean, regular Donna's pretty fast.
Yeah, but yellow Donna is much faster.
Yellow Donna.
Yeah, blue Donna, yellow Donna, and green Donna.
Yeah. Green Donna's fine.
I like green Donna. I mean, I would say green Donna is my favorite aesthetic.
Okay. Yellow Donna is your favorite to play as.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of how I am in combat. I like to be swift,
Yeah.
death of 1,000 cuts,
Yes.
rather than less cuts but slower hits. And like, sure, they're more powerful, but I leave myself open during that
Right.
wind up. That's
Especially when you're in the past and you only have Donna.
that was me playing a lot of like MMOs and stuff like that. Any slow character or something like that, I'm just like, nah, not my dig.
I want to be the fast double wielding character.
Yep, the dual wielder.
She is so proud of her little self.
Yes, she is.
She's like, I did good?
Kitty, do good. Oh, wait.
did very good.
There we go.
Yes, she did.
Turn that off. Now we can open the door.
Oh my goodness. I should try and get her a little leash. And maybe her and I can just go on walks.
Go walk with our neighbor and Charlie.
Yeah.
Come on, let's walk together.
And then both of us can lose weight, baby.
And I was like, what?
She's like, I am perfect.
Perfectly splendid. How does that line go? Oh, practically perfect in every way. That's from Mary Poppins.
Oh, okay.
They like take a diagnosis or something, and like it says like too short, bit of an attitude or something like that. Mary Poppins is practically perfect in every way.
Aw.
Just as usual. Okay. I'm trying to access the next floor to this sanctuary crypt. Oh, all right, easy girl.
Too close.
Too close.
Luna, you're gonna knock
A little
my
too
mic
close.
over.
Yeah, don't do that. I won't be happy.
If you guys hear any, like, weird mic issues, the cat is just...
all over it.
I'm trying to avoid her tail hitting the mic, but...
I just don't want her to, like, unplug it or knock it off.
Yeah.
Or both.
I have a decent reaction time. I think I'd be able to grab it. She's still kind of, like,
Whee!
kind of puffy in the bum. There you go, baby. Put them furs down. I wonder if Luna, like, listens to all of my true crime and she's like, they're here to murder us!
Oh, God. Look what you've done.
I've given my cat anxiety.
You paranoid the kitty.
I've given my therapy cat used for anxiety.
She took it from you.
I learned
And now
it
she's
from
stuck
you.
with it. I learned it from you, Bob. Oh, here we go. Door is shut tight. Cannot be opened. Huh? What do you mean?
You can't open it yet. You don't have enough essence.
But there was literally a cutscene that said you have enough essence. So apparently this is where I discover that depending on the crystal you use to warp, you're at a different point in Donna's time.
Okay.
So by using that crystal, I don't have enough essence because at that point in time,
You didn't.
I guess I didn't have enough essence. But I warp somewhere later using a different crystal and it's fine. It opens up for me. I don't know why that's even a thing. Like, why can't I just... Hey, this allows me to warp back to Donna's time just in this area.
And in this example, do you go back to the future?
Yes.
I think it might just be like there's nothing more to do in the past yet.
Okay.
You have to go back to the future.
Marty, we gotta go back to the future.
And be with Adol and the gang. And then you can go back.
Well, before I head to the future, let me start this quest. This is called Blue Harvest. John Williams, everybody. All right.
Because I know, like, that's a thing.
What?
Of, like, you can only do so much in the past before you have
Until
to go
you have to
back
advance
to
the story.
to the present, advance that story, and then you can go back to the past to discover more.
Maybe that's what happens, because it's just...
Because I don't think the crystals, it wouldn't make sense not being able to have enough essence.
Okay.
But it would make sense of, like, there's a roadblock there because you haven't done something in the present.
I got you. All right. Maybe that is correct. What I do know is that there's a character that's, and I'll demonstrate it in this episode, that is in one spot, depending on the crystal I use. But if I grab the crystal from a different spot, he moves. And that's how I can find him. Again, I'm trying to understand how Donna's past works. I think I get it, and then the game's like, can't do that. I'm like, oh? Okay. Because, like, you find this person. I have the sheet music. Okay, yes, I borrowed the sheet music so I could practice the harp. Gave it to a young man. Rastel. Oh, Rastel. We know Rastel. He was the Thundercats looking dude.
Yeah.
Lino, I believe the character's name was. So, I'm going around here. Oh, Rastel.
Where you at, bro?
So he should be right here. He's not. Instead, it's Guard Harl.
Well, like, why should he be right there? He wasn't there the last time we saw him. He was guarding the door.
But I can't access the door. So I go out this way.
No, like, it's not about going back to that door that you can't get into.
Right.
He was guarding a different door. Do you remember that when he was, like, calling her maiden and she was like, it's me, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have to do better.
Okay.
He was at the door. He wasn't, I don't remember, I think it was into the Baja Tower.
Right, but I
wasn't...
can't access the Baja Tower yet. I have to travel from a different crystal to access the Baja Tower. And then I can talk to him.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I don't know why you were saying he should be here, but he's not. He wasn't there the first time.
I'm pretty sure when I find him in a little bit, he's right at that spot. Either that or the other side of the bridge.
Maybe.
Okay, so here we are, back on the toll highway. Touch the crystal, head back to the past.
Touch the butt.
Touch the spindle. Touch it, I say. Oh, we can skip these. How nice. That'll save those precious YouTube minutes.
Okay.
Alright, so we're back here. A Day in the Life of a Wandering Maiden. By Winnie the Pooh. No, that's back at the sanctuary. So I'll head out here. Now you watch. I'm going to go to that same bridge. And it's going to be a different sumbitch. And I don't understand why.
Fado! Help! Okay, so you're rolling.
And who's that? That's Rastel.
Okay, well, he could have had a shift change.
And there we go. We got the sheet music.
You know, they're not like the British Guard.
It reminds me of Majora's Mask, but unlike Majora's Mask, it doesn't focus on it. So the NPCs in Majora's Mask have a schedule. And you get this item called the Notebook that keeps track of, like, what time they're going to be there. Are they a morning? Do they go there at night? And you keep track of their schedule to where it's just like, we got to talk to the postman. Ah, the postman. Well, the schedule says he'd be around the bank this time.
Okay.
So you head to the bank, and it's just like, there's the postman.
Okay.
But the game literally says you have to abide by these character schedules. So if that's what they were going for, I just would have liked them to be like, hey, keep an eye on different character schedules.
Yeah. I don't know. That, I don't remember that, but I also forgot to go back to the past a lot.
Well, you did that
and
mostly
I did that
towards
all at the end.
Yeah. So maybe it would have been a lot easier for you, whereas mine's a little broken up.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoop, can't do that yet. Can't do this yet. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you do use a different crystal, and it's just like, you can do it now.
Because I
all I did was move 6 feet.
Yeah, because all I would do whenever I like had to go back was basically was to plant the prayer trees when we needed a pathway restored.
Yeah, exactly. When in the future it's just like, whoop, can't go further. But maybe if Donna goes back to the past,
but they
wink, wink.
They were also like, oh, well, you know, now that everything is underway in the present, you should probably go to the past and do all those side quests and all that story. And I was like, oh, okay.
If you insist.
Like, I did not know that.
So there we go. We got the sheet music. Donna hid it in her room somewhere. I don't think it's though. There's 3 treasure chests in there. Oh my god. How the hell do I access that area?
They're like, Donna, where'd you put the key, bro?
Hey, give me a hint.
And then she'd be like, you have to use your essence to open it.
Donna, hot or cold? warm, ice. Ice, baby. Too cold. It's like, all right. I could see everyone else being serious about, like, oh, well, where does she hide this essence? And Zahad being like, it's a game of hot and cold.
I know.
Okay. Can't go there yet. The door's broken. Hiding all those lovely treasure chests. Oh, wait. There's the treasure chest. I'm in the completely wrong wing.
Oh my god, there was a joke. I don't want to say it's a tasteless joke, but it's...
Telling a tasteless joke? You?
I didn't have a hearty chuckle, but I did laugh.
One of those.
Yeah, it was one of those, but it was genuine. It wasn't like
I know you do that with me, and I'm just like, all right, fine.
They are genuine. Like, it's again the issue I have of just stopping. Like, there's no wind down.
Oh, right.
But we're in heaven. We're at the pearly gates, and there are 3 men that approach, and God says, I'm sorry, we've made, a mistake in our filing. So we're running out of room in heaven, and only the people that have a really sad story or a really funny story get to come in heaven.
Ooh.
So the first guy comes up, and he's like, okay, so how did you die?
Got them all.
And the guy says, well, I came home from work early, and I caught my wife.
Oh my God,
in
I've
bed.
heard this joke. Go on.
In bed.
I love this
naked,
joke.
And she was cheating on me. So in a fit of rage, I saw the guy hanging out the window, so I'm stomping on his fingers, and I got him to fall, and he fell into the hedges, and he bounced off, and he was fine. So I threw the fridge out of the window to land on him, to kill him. And when the fridge was falling out the window, the cord got wrapped around my ankle and pulled me out with it. And that's how I died. And he said, oh man, that really stinks looking at everything in your life. Like, it seems like you were a pretty decent guy. Go ahead, go into heaven. So the second guy comes up, hey man, how'd you die? He goes, well, I was a window washer and my scaffolding broke and I fell, but I caught myself on the window ledge. And then this guy, just stomping all over my fingers, knocked me out the window. And I lived and thought I'd be fine. And then everything went black. And I'm here now. He said, he was like, okay, you're in. The third guy walks up and he goes, okay, how'd you die? And he's like, all right, imagine that you're banging some dude's wife and her husband comes home. And so you hide in the fridge. Like, oh my God. I had to like,
I had more than the first time I heard that. I heard that back in like college.
Oh yeah, it's not like a new joke.
I was like, oh my God. That one, and there was one I heard in high school that was about these 2 pet owners want to go to the bar, but it says no pets allowed. One has a Doberman Pinscher, the other one says has a Chihuahua. The guy with the Doberman Pinscher is just like, hang on, I got this. Puts on a pair of shades, walks into the bar. Sorry, man, no pets allowed. Oh, you don't understand. This is my eye-seeing dog. And they go, hold on, a Doberman Pinscher is just like, yeah, that they protect me. They're good scouts. I feel safe around them, and I never stumble. And they're like, all right, I guess. I mean, come on in. Guy with the Chihuahua watches this, puts on a pair of shades, walks right in. Sorry, sir, no pets allowed. Oh, you don't understand. This is my eye-seeing dog. You see, and it's just like, hold on. A Chihuahua? And he goes, a Chihuahua? They gave me a Chihuahua?
That's funny. There was another kind of like tasteless joke that was actually told to me by a monk when I was in college.
I've heard this one too.
And there are 3 nuns going into the confessional. I'm trying to remember like how it starts. I know the punchline, but the 3 nuns going into the confessional confess their sins, and the first one goes in and says, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I've looked at a naked man." And the priest goes, your sins are absolved. Say 3 Hail Marys and rinse your eyes with holy water. So she leaves the confessional. The second nun goes in, says, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have touched a naked man." The priest goes, your sins are forgiven. Say 3 Hail Marys and wash your hands in holy water. And so she leaves. The third nun comes out of the confessional after confessing her sins to the priest and says, "Move over, girls. I gotta gargle." I was like, this came from a monk. I was like, excuse me, sir.
Oh, God. Sorry.
All popcorn content is rated
Yeah, really.
ages 13 and up.
Because I was just like, I think I can top that one. Although the one I know is famous. I think it's in a movie. It's in Good Will Hunting, actually. And it's this elderly couple. And it's the husband, he just turned 90. And he's just like, oh, it's been a great marriage. Oh, I think we're going on like 45 years. And she's like, well, what would you like for your birthday? And he's just like, well, you know what? It's been some time since I had a proper blowjob. And she's just like, all right, well. Takes out her teeth. She goes at it. And it's the most phenomenal blowjob he's ever had. And he finishes and he just goes, oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you very much. Oh, Mary, if there's anything I could do for you, anything at all, just the next time it's your birthday, I'll just make a request, Mary. Anything at all. And you know what she says?
What?
Give me a kiss.
Bruh.
Now you're supposed to do that while drinking water or milk.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a kiss.
Yeah. That's a Ben Affleck joke. If I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. The crystal I take now, it's actually advancing the story. All because I took a different crystal.
But you went back to the present as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if you just needed...
I went back to the present and took a different crystal.
Oh.
That's all I
I
did. I didn't
don't
really
know.
advance the story in the present.
Because I don't remember it being like certain crystals.
I didn't think it was either. Until literally the game's like, no, you can't do that yet. So I go, what about this crystal? You can do it now. What the fuck?
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, wait, because before you left, she planted the prayer tree.
Yes.
And then you went back to the present, and the prayer tree was there. Do you think that could have, like, advanced, or was, like, the triggering point?
Maybe. I feel like there's a tiny detail we glossed over. That's probably explaining, like, why this is happening.
I don't, because it just, even, like, mechanically, like, they would have to have some sort of event or action that would
Ooh, another wisp.
make the story or unlock certain features. Like,
Yeah.
I learned that watching you make your games. Like, you have to trigger one thing for another thing to happen, and if you don't, that other thing won't happen until you do.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that might make the story not make sense.
Yeah.
Example, I went into the Star Mage castle to see the Star Mages before I went to the town. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe it could be something like that, just like...
Oh, definitely possible.
My slipper fell off.
Okay. Eld, Spirit of the River. Occlusion style has been enhanced. Blue seal of whirling water. Okay. We can now freeze enemies when using our dragon spirit.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes! Great job!
More virtue? Always
Yay.
nice. Always welcome to go to the virtue. Whoop. Can't go through there. Alright, alright.
I like playing with the murder mittens.
The murder mittens.
Meep. 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 That's what we call cat paws.
Whoop, I went the wrong way.
Little murder mittens.
Nope, not here yet. That's the tree. We want to go there. I went the complete opposite direction.
I have such a hard time understanding what direction I need to go. Like, I have no sense of direction with games. Like, I'll look at the map
Usually
and
I
be
don't make
like,
this error.
okay, go down.
This is a first for me.
So then I go down and I look at the map and I'm like completely far off to the west and I'm like, what the fuck? How did I even get here? Murder. Murder.
Okay, where... I think it's this one. Yes. I think what I really like about this map is you can cycle through. It's just like, do you want all the symbols, just the warp points, just the side quests, just the treasure chests, and you can cycle through to be like, all right, let's declutter this a little bit so I can find what I'm focusing on. X marks the spot. Here we go. Here's a new crystal. See, new crystals, those make sense. And now Rastel's back here. See, now Rastel's in front of the door.
Sorry, I was recording the murder mittens.
Oh, okay. I was like, why do I hear myself? The hell are you doing,
I'm
woman?
gonna make it into a short.
Aw, yay.
The murder mittens.
Our pets are the best shorts.
They are.
The last one I did was of Wesker going down the steps.
Oh my god, he's so cute. I feel bad because I know it's because he can't see and like his joints are probably sore because he's old.
Yeesh.
But I'm just like watching him get all four little feetsies on a step and then sit down. It just warms my dead heart. I love it so much.
Your heart is not dead. It is very much alive.
It's very much alive for animals and for you.
I'll take
Everything
it.
else, it's pretty dead.
I'll take it. I'm not going to die on this hill. I'll take it.
What the hell is this?
I have a heart for things I care about.
See, there we go. Now we grew the tree.
Okay. I like that all the trees look like dragons.
I do like that too.
The palace just suddenly appeared before our eyes. Did you do this, Donna?
Maybe.
If I remember correctly, I planted a prayer tree sapling at this spot to restore the palace in this era. It grew this way in order to protect
The banshees are a wailing outside.
From what was that?
Could it be?
No, not clearly. Anyway, we should be able to approach the chasm from the subterranean levels of the palace. Let's hurry on, Adol.
This next area is really damn cool.
I'm trying to remember what the next.
So this is the Archaeozoic Chasm. And basically it's going to be a temple that descends beneath the ocean. So it's going to start as the temple, and then we're basically going to just go below the ocean floor.
Yeah. Okay. I remember. I remember.
And most of the enemies are these little, like,
Spinny.
spinny crocodiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hang on.
Ooh.
Use Sahad. Make short work out of these guys. Haha. They remind me of Spinies from the Mario series.
Yeah. A
Just
little bit,
spiky,
yeah.
little spiky turtles. But that's a cool visual.
Because that's the waterfall.
Yep, the waterfall from the outside. For the first time I saw this, I was just like, is it an elevator? Am I going up or down? What's going on here? Go inside, the entire temple just detaches, and
I'm like, oh no.
we're in a free fall. You need a parachute or you're gonna die.
It's the glass elevator.
Oh god. Those are pretty bad too. Okay. Rip you to shreds.
It's just so pretty. I just want to live here.
I don't.
Without the monsters.
Okay, that's a little better.
I mean, I would even take like 1 or 2 of the monsters if there was a way for us to get rid of them.
Well, I mean, weapons.
You know,
Fishing net.
there's got to be a compromise.
You know, getting a good look at their face, I'd say they're less crocodiles and more, I believe they're called gavials. They have like much longer snouts and are more narrow. They're of the crocodilian family.
Yeah.
That's right, keep that flash guard going. Eventually it'll stop spinning. Timing wasn't as good on that one. It was kind of cool how I was sitting there going, flash guard, flash guard, flash guard. 23 people? Who the hell's left?
You still have quite a few people left.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't remember anyone else aboard the Lombardi at the start of the story. Who am I missing?
I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm just curious.
Hey, watch your bum.
Curiosity killed Luna.
No! No,
No, she good kitty.
not my baby.
Here we go. Archaeozoic chasm. Look at that.
My little gourd cat.
It's like the Niagara Falls.
Have you ever seen Niagara Falls?
In person? No.
Yeah. We should take a trip.
You think?
Yeah.
All right.
We'd probably have to do it stateside because passports.
Fair enough. That's fine.
My passport's expired.
Alrighty then.
But I've never seen it stateside. I've seen it from Canada.
Oh. Then we'll both do it stateside then. No problem.
It is insanely beautiful.
I've seen footage. And the footage is nice. So I'm sure in person it'll be like, it's the real deal. It was like when I was flying above the Grand Canyon, I was just like, wow. Just wow.
Have you ever, like, seen on ground the
No.
Grand Canyon? That's another trip we'd have to take. Because it's also just, like, you can try to explain it, but to see it and to see, like, the size of it
The Grand Canyon kind of scares me.
is, oh, yeah. Like,
Because I have that feeling of, like, when you're
I would
on the
never-
edge
yeah.
and you can't reach the edge because
Yeah.
your legs are like, no.
I wouldn't want to do any of the, like, venturing into the canyon. I just liked seeing it. So from, like, the visitor station, they have, like, designated walking trails and
Right.
things like that. But, I mean, they also have, like, the burro rides where you go down into the canyon. I don't want to do that.
I got you.
I've seen way too many things.
Yeah.
But it is just, the sheer size of it is just undescribable.
Okay. No, I don't travel much. I'd like to. I'd like to get out of that anxiety of
Yeah.
like being more comfortable with traveling a little bit more. And having like a steady job with retirement and vacation
Yeah,
days and stuff like
where
that
it's,
makes me more
you know-
comfortable of being like, hey, I should travel.
And I think too, like, with the way that we both function, they wouldn't have to be very long trips.
No.
Because, I mean, I could sit and stare at the Grand Canyon for fucking days. Because it's amazing to me. But I could also very easily go for a weekend.
I got you.
Same with Niagara Falls. Like, I could
Any
stare at
places
it.
in the world that look similar to this? Kind of got this aesthetic going on?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Where like you can go through the caves and the waterfalls are on the outside of the cave.
I mean, they have that at Niagara Falls. That you can walk behind the falls.
Oh, that's cool.
There is also... Have you ever been to Cucumber Falls?
Probably not.
That is
I
a
don't
day
even
trip.
know what that is.
That's a day trip.
Okay.
So the next time that we're both off, when it's warm, we're not going now.
Thank you.
we should go up to Cucumber Falls.
Okay.
So that...
It's a date.
Yes. I think that you would really like it up there.
Alrighty. Yeah. Cross something off my bucket list.
Yeah, that's a day trip. I think that could be like
As
a
for
fun...
areas in the world that actually have whirlpools, that's a pass.
Yeah.
We can pass on
Or
the
no.
whirlpools.
I was watching a video about the national parks, and like in Yellowstone, apparently there's designated walking docks
Whoa, shit.
because the water underneath is moving so quickly and so fast, and it's so hot that the ground is unstable.
Ooh.
And if you step on it at like the wrong time and it's whirlpooling,
Yeah.
the ground will just give way and you would just be burned to death.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that's horrific.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
Well, it's like those like hot springs where it's just like don't touch.
Yeah. And then every year there's some stupid ass person that's like, oh, it can't be that hot.
Yeah, who like gets seriously burned or someone falls in goofing around.
Yeah.
And falls in and they're cooked alive.
Yeah.
They're like that shrimp in that video I
That
showed
was
you.
so... I laughed so hard and then I went, aww.
Was that a wheeze or was that the cat? I just heard.
It might have been a wheeze.
Okay.
I've been feeling pretty stuffy.
Yeah.
Well, because we went from having, like, I don't know how the weather is where, you know, anyone else is at in the world right now.
But ours is shifting pretty quickly.
We went from having, and again, it's February in the eastern United States.
Mm-hmm.
It should be cold for us.
Yes.
Especially we live in the north.
But it should remain cold.
It should be cold. It should stay cold.
For
But
like
we
a couple
went
weeks.
we went from like mild winter, so like 40
yep.
degrees Fahrenheit, to like almost like a spring. Like I had flowers coming up in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's February. And we were having like 60-degree days, and now it's quite cold and we have like a foot of snow on the ground.
Yeah. And it's supposed to go
And
back
that-
up to mild winter.
And again, that
in
was
a couple days.
in the span of a week.
Yes.
So it's not like, oh, casual over the course of February.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, like in the same week, I wore shorts outside and was comfortable. And now I'm bundled.
And now we're here. Yep.
So I think it's just affecting like my sinuses and stuff. So I've been
Got
a little
ourselves
wheezy.
a boss coming up. Who lives in this little corridor?
I do. Why does he look like he's...
Ancient
like-
fish of the Eternian era.
I feel like he's selling
Colacanthos.
pocket watches. Hey kid, what about sundial?
Hey kid, you want to buy a sundial? Well, he's electrifying. It's a big old electric fish. Alright. Bring it on, little guy. So for this battle, when he gets electrocuted, get out of the water.
Yeah.
He becomes a giant toaster. You just want to reach one of these little land patches. But, he moves around like a little seal.
He does.
Just flapping around.
It's kind of adorable.
Careful, 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 careful. Well, I think what makes him kind of cute is he's not all that big. I mean, he's big compared to our
Yeah.
characters, but compared to most of the bosses, he's quite petite. He's a little
Aw,
guy.
He reminds me of Bubka.
He's an ocean puppy.
He has a little ocean. I feel like he's an ocean kid.
Yeah, he's a big old ocean kitty.
Oh, look at his little dazed.
He's
Yeah.
so cute. Let's kill it.
I've definitely seen Bubka make that same face. Look at his little mouth. Belly up, like, help!
He just keeps falling over. I've fallen, and I choose not to get up. Oh. Crap. Didn't make it to the land in time.
Oh my god, I wish that I could find it. And
And
I don't think we even have it anymore. When my mom was in college, because she went to college later in life, she had to do this project, and it was about Life Alert. and I was helping her with it because she needed to make a commercial. So I put a sign on my front and on my back that said old lady.
Oh, God.
And we went to my grandma's house because she had like 20 cats.
Mm-hmm.
And when there were a bunch of them gathered near the steps, I was like, oh, kitty. And then I like pretended to fall down the steps. And then I had to like reach to the camera, like the Life Alert commercials.
Where is this commercial?
That's what I'm saying. I wish I had it. And I have no idea what happened to it. But
that's like when me and my friends made a commercial for my dad about roofing, and we taped a shirt to Jeff because he couldn't fit in the uniform, so we taped it to him. And my dad did not like that project one bit. He liked the idea, and then he saw us filming, and he was just like, stupid.
I mean, that like everyone in her class thought it was hilarious. Because I was like maybe 14 at the time.
Okay, so we got the Hermit Scale. It's an accessory that allows us to travel underwater. So not only can we finish more of the Archaeozoic Chasm, but we can go back to previous caves and explore underwater. Like the one place where there was those little pudgy sharks.
Yeah.
And it was just like, whoop, going underwater here. There was also that part of the ghost ship.
Yeah.
That was underwater. It's just like, whoop, don't want to do this just yet.
I know basically what I was doing. Anytime I got a new thing like that, I would just go through all of the areas again.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So we'll be back to the Archaeozoic Chasm. It's time to find some more submerged segments.
Yes. But how I got to the Life Alert commercial was because the ancient electric fish, the way that he was like rolling on his back and like couldn't get up.
Oh,
I've
I thought it
fallen
was
and
because
I can't get up.
I've fallen, but
Yeah.
I can't get up.
So that's what triggered that. I just realized, I was like, that was a really random thought.
That triggered that memory. By the by.
What?
This is the essence charm that Donna was hiding. There's the sheet music. Got so caught up in the plot, we forgot about the sheet music. Alright, we're gonna go back to Castaway Village, return this to Austin, and finish the Blue Harvest side quest.
Yay.
Okay. And Austin.
Where are you, Austin?
He's up here.
I
There you go.
was real mad where I found one of the people because it's really close.
Oh. Womp womp. Well, it makes sense because, like, once you learn how to warp, you don't think to be close to the village anymore. And you
Well, it's
bypass a lot
also,
of
like-
things that were blocked off to you at the beginning of the game.
I was gonna say, it's also like you have to go back and move things.
Yep. And yeah, I'll probably get around to doing that.
But I'm just like, really? You couldn't look through the gate? He was on the other side of the gate.
Really? I'll have to... Well, that's going to be in a couple episodes because I recorded ahead of time. Alright, so Austin's going to perform for the village. You better show it. You better not give me some dialogue that says, Austin performed for the village. And the morale grew. And Donna will be playing too.
Aw.
Because he found a flute.
It just randomly finds a fucking flute.
I found a flute!
Would you like to be my flautist?
Alright, here we go. Quiet on the set.
Okay, did they like rehearse?
Maybe.
I feel like it's like the Disney movie thing where it's like they just magically work together well.
Oh, you mean it's just like, oh, you know the lyrics to this song too? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. I like it though. I still think it's cute.
It's a nice moment. Gives Austin something to do and fleshes out Donna a bit more. And now he's inspired. The music of eternity. Eternity!
Why am I Austin?
You're a little less posh.
I'm not as posh, but I'm definitely like, I'm gonna paint a picture. I'm gonna do embroidery. I'm going to sew this. I'm going to homestead. Like,
Meanwhile, Dogi's like, could you,
it's like, you
fix
want to help the
gate?
village?
Yeah, you want to help the village? No,
Like,
no, just
no? Okay,
just
you
paint.
just do you. All right.
All right. This is fine.
Everything's fine.
All right. So in the next episode, we're going to venture forth and explore the submerged areas that we've been neglecting. And we still have a fish to catch.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll see you all in the next episode.
Toodles!